Hello friends, welcome back to the cooking. How do you like the bean soup in this morning?
Yeah.
Yes, because I think like we encourage people to eat less meat, but we have to find something to substitute for the protein that they lost. So I think of the bean because the bean provide a lot of protein and for us it's very hard for us to eat the bean. The bean usually we make like sweet soup only, but we don't eat like the regular meal. So I think the better way for us to eat more bean is in the morning only. And then so I think about this way. And for the bean, each bean have different nutrition. And so when we cook, we mix several of them together, so it balance out the nutrition for our body. Like the black bean is good for our kidney, and the red bean or the red kidney bean are good for our blood. And this is the black eyes bean is good for cholesterol. In our tradition, if some people have high cholesterol level, so they eat a lot of this, only this substitute for the meal. They can eat a bowl for each meal, and it helps to take the sugar in the blood will be flushing out. And all the kind quinoa and lima, they are good, but I don't research, I don't know what it's good for, but I know it's good. And quinoa, brown rice, chickpea, lima, lentil, I know it's good, so I mix all together. But for you, you can add more if you like, or you can take it out the one that you don't like. And so at first, I buy this in a bag, and I mix all of them together first in a big container for about a month. I mix all together so I can use it for about a month. And but for us we in a big container, but we just assemble. This one we just eat about 2 days, but inside we have a very big container. So I mix all of them together first, and I put them in a big container. And then when I will soak it for at least 8 hours.
At Whole Food, you can buy them, 1 pound, half a pound, or ounce, whatever, all the variety of them you mix together. So.
But if you buy separate, you can choose the one that you like. And then you soak it for at least 8 hours because even the bean is good, but the substance in the skin. The substance in the skin is not good for your body. It makes you bloating, your stomach bloating, and a lot of gas, and it's hardly to digest. So we soak it for at least 8 hours. So when you soak it, you put a lot of water, more than double like this. More than double, a lot of water, so the substance can come out easily, and you can drink more that substance out. So you after you soak it, you drain it real good. Usually I put in the colander. Yeah, I put in the colander, and I put under the faucet, and then go down until the water is clear. And then this one is I use about one cup for this amount.
One bowl.
One bowl. Whatever you use, like if you eat less, you use smaller cup. You eat more, you use it. You can cook. You can cook one time for two days or 3 days. Okay. You can put in the freezer or in the refrigerator. And I add and then I put the real washed bean in the slow cook And then I add about from 2.5 or 3 water. It depends on how thick or how liquid, how thick as you like. So between 2.5 to 3 cups of water. And then it's up to you. In this morning, I add the quinoa. But for your preference, you can add brown rice instead of quinoa, or you can add both, or you don't have to add the two. It's up to you. But in this morning, I just add quinoa in. I don't add the brown rice because I think the brown rice we already have it for lunch. So so I think the quinoa is more important than for the morning. And but the trick one to cook the quinoa is you put it, okay, you put it in here, and then you put it under the faucet, and you just rinse it, and you put it in the pot. But the tricky one is you have to put it the last one. You put the bean in, and then the water, the right amount of water you like, and then you put it on the top.
Quinoa, you don't have to soak them, but on the beans you soak for at least 8 hours.
Yeah, you don't have to. You just wash it. But the easy one to wash it, to
Why do you
put it
rinse
here
the
to wash.
quinoa?
Huh?
Why do you rinse the quinoa?
Oh, because they
It's similar.
think
It has some
Same.
dirt, you know, the skin has some dirt.
or sometimes people touch their hand in. So I just rinse it, quick rinse. And but the quinoa you have to put the last at the top, don't mix it. When you already put the quinoa, you don't add any more water, don't mix it, because I don't want the quinoa get into the bottom, because when the quinoa or the rice get into the bottom, it becomes thicker, and then it's very hard for us to wash the pot later.
That's the trick. That's
That
the
is
trick.
the trick.
Yeah, the brown rice on top, quinoa on top.
On the top, so it's easier to wash the pot then. If you mix it together, when you wash the pot, it's very hard. You have to scrap it.
So,
Yeah.
so you would not stir it after you've got it into the pot?
Yeah. Just only when you're ready to eat, you stir it up to eat only. Yeah. And you turn the heat to low only. Because in our kitchen, we don't have the heater. So when the weather is very, very cold, like 30 degree or like below 40 degree, with the cold water, it's not cooked good yet. So I have to boil the water to put it in, but I still use the low, because if you use cold water and you high, it's overcooked in the morning. So I always use low, but if the weather is so cold, I boil the water before I put it in, and also warm up the pot before I put the cold water in, the boiling water in. Because if you don't warm it up, you put the boiling water in, it can be a colder. So I warm it up and I put the boiling water in, and I let it for overnight. So before I go sleep, after I have dinner and I cook it, and then after the sitting meditation, and I come back and I check if it's ready. So I plug it, unplug it, and I stir it up. But if it's not cooked well yet, so I turn it high for 1 more hour. Sometimes the weather, sometimes when I cook, the weather is okay, but at night it go lower, so it's not cooked yet. So I turn it high for 1 hour, and then it's okay. But for your home, it's easy for you because the temperature in your home is stable because you have the heat. So all you need to do is just put cold water and low overnight. Yeah. But for us, even in the summer, I have to change the method. So in the summer, I have to use low, but because sometimes the temperature go up to 90 degrees, and even I put cold water and it turn low, but it's still overcooked. When it's overcooked, it's not pleasant to eat. I want after we cook, it just look the same like this after we cook. But when you touch it, it's soft. but it's not mushy, it's not breaking. It just stay at whole like this. Because when it's mushy, it's breaking and it's very soft. I can eat only 2 spoons. but if it stay in a good shape like this, but when you look, it look like it's uncooked. But when you touch it, it's soft. So I can eat a whole bowl. And so for me, here in the summer, I have to put it 1 out. So let's because we have the whole fun. So in the summer, when the degree go up to 90 degrees, I have to pour out, clean the whole. So I cool the pot down a little bit. So it's cooked at the right amount. Okay. Yeah, and so when you eat, you can do whatever you like. So some people like to add honey. I like to add the agave, and someone to eat sugar, add sugar, whatever. Or you can add more oatmeal, whatever you like in the morning. So when everything you prepare before you go to bed, and when you wake up, it's already ready. You don't have to do anything. So yeah, so it's easier for you. So you can eat it instead of you eat the soup alternate with your cereal. I think people like to eat cereal every day. So if you feel you want to change something, so you can cook this one to substitute for your cereal. Okay, so that's all. We finished for the bean soup, and now I go with the brown rice. Thank you. And for the brown rice, I think it's good. I think this brand one is good. Then I buy in the whole food store. This is medium brand. It's not long brand. So I think it tastes better. But it's up to you. And for the brown rice, you soak it like 1 day, like 20 hours. From 20 to 24 hours, because when you soak it provides more nutrition than you can cook it right away. And when you soak it, you smell it different. Yeah, and you touch it and you smell it. It has a fragrance. But if you wash it and then it smell, it's unpleasant smell. If you don't soak it, you can smell it right now. It's different from here and from here. And when you soak the brown rice, don't soak with a lot of water because we don't want a lot of nutrition. We just soak it a little over the rice just a little bit. So make sure like when it's overnight, all the rice is soaked. Because we don't want some nutrition come out from the water when we drain. So don't put a lot. But the bean you can put a lot in. But this one you put a little, even less than this. Just only over the rice, over the rice a little bit, like this. And you wash it before you soak it. Wash it real good before you soak it. And then after you soak usually after breakfast I soak it, and then the next breakfast after I eat breakfast I cook it. If you cook it at least 2 hours before the serving time is good. But if you cook it within 1 hour, it doesn't come out good. At least 2 hours before the serving time is good. And you drain, after you cook, you drain it well in a colander, because if you drain the water well, when you measure the water, the measurement is more accurate. Then you just pour the water, and some water still remain in here. So when you measure the water amount, it's not accurate. So we need to drain in the colander, so make sure that when the water come out. And then you put in the cooking pot, the rice cooker. And the rice cooker is busy now, so I cannot show you. Somebody is cooking now, so I can never show you. And I already have the ingredient there. For 1 cup of rice, it's 1.5 cup of water, and 1/2 cup for evaporation. So the total is 1 cup and 2 water. But when you have 2 cups, it's different. 2 cups is only 3 cups and 1/2 cup for evaporation, so only 3.5 cups. But not for cup. And then you add a little bit salt and a little bit oil. And then just plug in and push the button. And it yeah.
You don't have a rice cooker.
Oh, so you buy one.
It's the best appliance you could ever have.
But I saw some people, when they don't have the rice cooker, I saw some of them, they put in the pot, and then they turn the heat to boil, and then they turn it low, simmer, maybe for an hour.
And covered.
Yeah, you cover. Make sure you have a good cover, no hole like this. Yeah, the good cover. If the cover have the hole, you have to put something to cover it up. And you simmer for maybe from a half hour to 1 hour. You have to until all the water it come out. It's cooked until there's no water, no liquid inside. And then you turn the heat up, but you still leave it for maybe an hour before you serve, because if you serve it right away, it doesn't come out good.
But for the slow cooker, how long do we cook it there? 2 hours?
Oh, the cooker is for the rice cooker. It automatically turn up when it's ready, so you don't have to worry about. You can leave it for 4 hours. It's okay too. It automatically turn off when it cooked. It's done.
The slow cooker, she uses the rice cooker.
The rice
Oh,
cooker,
okay.
yeah, this is not the rice cooker. But for the rice cooker, you just plug in and push the button, and then it cook for yourself, and you don't have to wash it. All you have to do is make sure you have the right amount of water. But it will cook for you, it will turn up automatically. It never burn. Even if you forget it, you can cook overnight, leave it overnight, it don't burn. And when it's ready, it will turn to warm. And it keeps the rice warm, it's not cold. So even you cook overnight, the rice still warm.
How do you wash the rice?
Oh, wash the rice. For us, we wash like this. We use the hand and we do like this. And then I take the water out, and then maybe we wash for 3 times. And only the last time I put in the colander. I don't have to put in the colander every time I wash it. Just only when the water is clean, so I put it in here, and I run underneath the faucet 1 time. Only the last time I put it here, you don't have to put in here every time and put out it's hard.
If we are adding rice to the beans in the morning, we add it last so it doesn't stick, but do we add cooked rice, or can we add rinsed rice to the the bean in the morning?
Oh, the bean, the slow cooked bean.
Yeah, do we do that overnight?
Oh yeah, the same time when you add the bean,
Beans and then-
water, and then rice or quinoa or oatmeal you like.
But cooked or
On the top, yeah, the same, but
Not
the,
cooked.
But not cooked.
Rinsed, clean, but not cooked. The
the,
rice.
brown rice.
the brown rice, yeah, you don't have to cook the brown rice,
Do we leave 2
Yeah.
hours?
yeah. The bean, the rice you add to the bean, you don't have to cook. You can add this and then it cook
Okay.
in the slow cook.
Okay.
When you let the rice rest for an hour after it cooks, is that affecting the consistency of the rice? Does that keep it sticky, or how does it affect the rice?
You mean like when we cook, we don't serve it right away. We have to let there for an hour before this. No, I don't know how to say. It's better. It's cooked because when you turn up the heat, it's still cook a little bit slowly inside. So if you serve it right away, it's still wet. The rice wet. But when you let it sit for an hour, the rice dry. It looks like you steam it. The easier way it will get wet because the heat is still inside and it's still very slowly cook inside even you turn off the heat.
So the water, when you soaked it those 20 hours,
Yeah.
the water that was in the dish, are you getting that water off and then you're putting fresh water in your
yes,
cooker? Okay.
Yeah.
I wanted to ask you,
And you have to wash it again one more time.
Oh, you do? Okay, yeah.
And you when you wash the rice, you don't have to put the colander, but when you're ready to cook, so you put the rice in the colander, and you drain underneath the fountain, the faucet. In that way, you make sure when the measurement for the water is
Okay, it's accurate.
accurate. But the night before, when you soak it, you don't have to worry about wash it with the colander.
Có một chú đó có hỏi gì? Thêm một người hỏi.
Yes.
I'm sorry I interrupted. I was just gonna ask, what do you do to make sticky rice?
Sticky rice.
Kind of a totally different.
The sticky rice, it's a different kind of rice.
It's a different.
Glutinous rice, yeah.
Yes.
Not all this.
Sweet rice, glutinous
So
rice.
it's just a kind of rice.
It's a kind of rice.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
Câu hỏi thì sẽ làm trong
Okay, thank you very much.
dear friends, the last dish we will learn from this morning will be deep fried vegetable. Very simple. The broccoli, this is the size. Depends. Sometimes big size, small size. You cut it out like this, or you can cut the cauliflower like this size. The mushroom. This is fresh shiitake mushroom. So if you like shiitake mushroom, you can wash them and leave it like this, or the white mushroom. Variety of them. And you can, if you like carrots or whatever, you can slide the carrots and small, so you can. And if you want to eat onions, it's also when you go to the McDonald's, they serve a lot of onion rings. You can slide the onion rings and you can cook them, stir fry them. And the main ingredients is flour. Here, my sister wrote down self-rising flour is also good as well. You can buy them at any Walmart store, any store, self-rising flour. But this one, is already mixed. It's a banana and shrimp batter mixer. and you can buy them at any, when you go shopping at the Oriental store, just wrap this on one bag, and you can serve for 5-10 people, depends on how much you eat. And it says right here how to mix them. Here it says if you will use one bag like this, you will mix with about 2 cups. 1.5 cups of water, of cold water. Prefer cold water than warm water. And you stir them. Also 1 teaspoon of cooking oil. And after that, you can add some salt. So I add everything in here and I mix them. But in the recipe, they didn't say about the taste of it. That's why I often, when I cook, I often add some onions, mix with onion, put into the mortar, and you mix them. Onions and garlic would be good to have more flavor. Yeah. So you put in here and you mix them, and you blend them. If you have a blender, you can also put this into a blender, but it's faster. You use the motor, and when it's soft, small, and put in here and mix them. I also add some pepper. You can add some those kind of ingredients: pepper, onions, and garlic.
How much water are you adding to the flour?
One bag like this, one bag of 12 ounce is 1 3/4, 1 cup and 3/4, so nearly 2 cups. But depends on, you can add a little bit and you mix them. You see if it's like this thick like this, then it's good. If it's too much, if it's liquid, then you can add more flour. So up to you. But it's nice to be like this. And the vegetable has to be dry. Otherwise, if you mix into the flour, it will have more water and it wouldn't stick. It's sticky. So now we just fry them.
What kind of oil are you using for that?
Cooking oil, canola oil, sunflower oil.
Okay.
Yeah. Maybe half a teaspoon of salt or more. You can taste. You can try to see how, because when we mix them, you need to have a right amount of salt. So bet you can try. You see if it is salt or not salt. So let's try the broccoli first. It's not if you cook like a family of 2 or 3, then it's nice to put into a bowl like this, and let it soak for a while, and this. Anh em đã cắt cho một ít hành nè, củ hành nè, cắt cho cái này cắt từng con cái dày sớm cái.
What temperature is your oil in?
Temperature about 400, 450. But this is it's not for stir fries. We need more temperature. but we try to see if it works. Gì? Dọn. Nhưng mấy này nó đủ. Yếu. So we have onion rings, white mushroom, and broccoli.
What type of oil is that again?
Cooking oil, canola or sunflower. Đến giờ chưa? Còn sớm mà. Mình làm nó hơi
Tempura.
Remember in here I did put onions and mix onions and garlic in here. Onion ring. This one you usually eat them hot. So you want to try? Eat with hot chili. Here, try. Onion tastes good.